so sorry he can't come to you anymore, may I saw them.
Yeah?
I love you guys.
I'm sorry, we have such limited time here. You have to talk after. Thank you. We have to begin. Thank you.
And can't no one else sit? Why is everybody have to stand up?
On behalf of
Precentor Barry. I'm representing Congregation Aval Chesed here in Johnsonville. It's an honor to be with you here today. Death has taken our beloved Billy Shedlin. Our friends grieve in their darkling world. In their silence there is lamentation. In their tears there is loneliness. Lost in their sorrow, may they find the presence of loving friends. Hear them, O God, be with them. For Billy's love that united us in life in which death cannot sever. For his companionship that we shared along life's path and which continues through the tenderness of memory. For the gifts of his heart and mind that brought us joy and happiness and is now a precious remembrance. For all these and more, we give our thanks to God. And in our time of grief, we listen to the voice of our sacred scriptures that brings us the ever-new message of God's nearness. It tells us of our kinship with the Creator in light as in darkness, in joy as in sorrow, in life as in death. We share the familiar Psalm 23, Adonai, Roi lo echzar bino desha yarvitzeni, amei minuchot yenachaleni. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord. Esainai el herim me'ayin yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. I lift my eyes to the mountains. What is the source of my help? I usually sing at this time, but I'm having Ava sing for me. My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way, your protector will not slumber. See, the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. God is your guardian. God is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. God will guard you from all harm. God will guard your soul, your going and coming, now and forever. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination. But life is a journey, a going, a growing from stage to stage. From childhood to maturity, from innocence to awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion and then perhaps to wisdom. From weakness to strength or strength to weakness and often back again. From health to sickness and back we pray to health again. From offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to defeat to defeat, until looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey, stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, but life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage made stage by stage, from birth to death, to life everlasting. In his sorrow, Job cried out, Adonai Natan, Adonai Lakach, Yehi Shem, Adonai Nevarach. God has given, God has taken away. Blessed be the name of God. An ancient people, we are well acquainted with grief and with the valley of shadows. Death and sorrow are not strangers to us, yet the centuries have taught us that a good name endures beyond the grave, and that there is strength in faith. With Job, we say, Adonai Natan, God, you have given. You gave us a loved one who will not be forgotten. For all that was good and enduring in his life, we offer the deepest thanks of our hearts. Adonai Lakach, God, you have taken away. We pray for the strength to turn our broken hearts into an altar of trust before which we acknowledge your sovereignty and love, as we now say, Yehi Shem Adonai Nevarach. Blessed be the name of God, now and forever. Dear Carol, dear Susie and Richard, Stacy and Adam, Jonathan and Jennifer, dear Mark and Rindell, Lisa and Fran, dear Amanda, Benjamin and Joseph, Jillian, Spencer, and Lila, Jacob and Taylor, Jenny, Emma, and Ava, all of our family and friends here today, you carry with you a deep sense of loss. Your beloved Billy Shedlin instinctively knew what it meant to be a husband, a parent, a grandfather, an uncle, a friend. He was a permanent fixture in your lives, one you could count on and a great man. And a great-grandfather, yes. One you could count on to be present for you. And it's difficult to imagine your world without him. The details of Billy's extraordinary life were written up so beautifully by Jennifer for the obituary that we chose to share those words with you today. Who do you need to sit?
Anybody wants to sit.
Carol wants anybody to sit, so please sit. William Shedlin was born in Far Rockaway, New York on March 31st, 1925 to Irving Shedlin and Rose Sachs. He attended Woodmere High School and later Adelphi University in Garden City. If we could write a story, it would be one of the greatest stories ever told. The world lost one of the greats, a true patriarch, and an immensely proud American. Billy was the epitome and pure definition of why his generation is known as the greatest generation. On June 13th, 1944, at 19 years old, William A. Shedlin landed on the beaches of Normandy in France, marking his official entrance into World War II. Billy proudly served in the Army, the 3rd Armored Division Spearhead tank destroyers. His armored unit liberated the first concentration camp in Nordhausen, Germany, a remarkable feat and triumph, especially as a Jewish American. His bravery and service to his country will be forever a part of history as he fought and survived the Battle of the Bulge. The remnants of the war remained with him throughout his life, with memories of surviving the freezing cold, snow, and having endured lifelong despair of frostbite on his feet. After returning home from the war, Billy became a real estate developer in Long Island, New York, until 1975. He moved his family to Jacksonville to work for the family diamond and jewelry business. He continued to work in the diamond and jewelry industry for the remainder of his life. He was known as an incredible provider whose love and support for his family was unparalleled. Billy lived each day of life with exemplary character, class, and gratitude. He possessed the unique ability to make all who knew him feel special by sharing his infectious laughter, his witty sense of humor, sweet kisses, and giving the best hugs. His admiration for his wife, his zest for life, his family, his impeccable style, and love for all animals will forever be etched in our hearts. A few of his favorite pastimes were spent soaking up the Florida sun with his wife, family, and dear friends at the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club, of which he was a proud member for 31 years. Enjoying Florida Gator football at the swamp, eating decadent desserts, and adoring his precious animals throughout his life. The family smiles knowing that he was greeted in heaven by many four-legged loved ones wagging their tails happily to see him. Billy will always be remembered as simply the best husband, father, grandfather, uncle, father-in-law, comedian, and friend to all. He lived unaware of the inspiration he was to so many, a true American hero. His life was a blessing, his memory a treasure, and his love beyond words. He will be missed beyond measure. We'll take just a few moments now to hear from Stacy and Adam and Jonathan.
My dad, or as I called him, Daddy, was my hero. I met him when he was 40. My first memory of him was him coming to get His name was Ignatz. He said he was reincarnated from when he was a child, and he became my cat, Iggy, because he fell in love with my cat I brought home from college, who I found around the same time, Beauty. Anyway, our first dog, we went to go see a breeder, and she let out the puppies. The dog jumped in my lap, gave me a kiss, and I looked at my dad, and I said, "Pay the lady." And he did. And that was the first love of our lives, Dexter. As he grew older, he would always flex at me and go, "You hope you look this good when you're my age." You know, that was his thing. And he was always strong. He loved to mow the lawn and clean the pool well into his 80s, until we made him stop. One of my favorite memories of him was when I was 12. He took me on the road to visit the jewelry stores. And he had the Southeast, and he took me to Little Rock, Arkansas. I had my ears pierced for the first time. And he took me we rented a motorboat. And we went on this lake, and we had the best day. It was just the two of us. I'm sure you gave him permission. He took me to an auction also. It was my first time at an art auction. That was really cool. But my dad was so proud that I went to UF, where of course I got my MRS. But better yet, I was a Gator, and that made him an honorary Gator. And he was the biggest Gator fan, and I brought home his best friend for life. Once they couldn't go to the games anymore, Adam used to take him to the games as long as he could go. He wouldn't even push him in the wheelchair when he couldn't go anymore. They would watch the games together. I have so many great memories of holidays, dinners, the beach, just hanging out with him. My dad taught me not to take myself too seriously, to laugh loud and love, and how important family is. Dad, you are forever in my heart.
Really short on time, so I'm just gonna Billy Shedlin that I knew was a little bit different. Although the coupon part was definitely different than I think about it. Because I remember when I was young, and I was younger, I'd visit with Billy and he'd stuff in my pockets full of coupons. I was trying to figure out why I was. Billy was almost 60 years old by the time I met him, and I was still a teenager. And I remember when I came home, I met Stacy in Gainesville in school, and I'd come home and I'd visit with him. And at that time, I thought he was getting up there, and I can't believe we had him for another 35 years after that. And he was my best buddy at football games. It was one of the most exciting things that he ever did. Over the years, we probably went to about 100 football games together. We had it down to a science. What time to leave, where to leave from, where to go, when to come back. It did give us a lot of time to be together along with each other, to hear his stories over and over again, and to hear what he did when he was a younger man. I love the way that Billy cared so much about his family, and that was always so important to me. And one of those conversations I had with him a few weeks ago, he told me two things. He said, "Make sure you take care of the family, and go Gators."
Currently, yes. It's a little arbitrary. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give time to Jonathan, and then we're all going to drive over, and we stay in the street, right? On the side of the road.
Why don't we do this?
Mm.